The former UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan and former American President Jimmy Carter have been refused entry to Zimbabwe. The two men, along with Nelson Mandela's wife, Graça Machel, belong to a group of prominent figures and former statesmen called the Elders, who are investigating the humanitarian situation in the country. A Zimbabwe government official said the team had been advised to reschedule the trip. Peter Bowles reports from Johannesburg.
This is a major snub by President Robert Mugabe to a group of respected world figures. At a hastily arranged news conference in Johannesburg, Kofi Annan said the Zimbabwean authorities had made it impossible for the elders to travel to Zimbabwe.
The government has made it clear they will not cooperate. But we are going to continue our work in the region to determine the situation on the ground, what we can do to help increase assistance to the Zimbabwean people.
Jimmy Carter made it clear their only concern was Zimbabwe's humanitarian situation.
The purpose in coming here was never to be involved in the political issues that have been so controversial in the establishment of a new government in Zimbabwe, but only to help with the humanitarian issues, and we'll continue to do that.
The third member of the group, Graça Machel, the wife of Nelson Mandela, said they were all extremely disappointed not to be visiting Zimbabwe.
We wanted to go to Zimbabwe to meet people, to talk to them, to get a direct information of their stories, so that we would also help in facing the voice of people out there.
Jimmy Carter said he'd never been refused a visa anywhere in the world in the past. But Graça Machel said she'd been denied entry to Zimbabwe in July this year when trying to lead a women's delegation to the country. The elders will remain in South Africa this weekend, trying to brief themselves about the situation in Zimbabwe and the neighboring countries. A cholera outbreak that's said to have killed nearly 300 people in Zimbabwe has generated a new sense of urgency. Peter Bowles, BBC News, Johannesburg.